nothing personal. And if I wind it up on him, ain't nothing personal. And if you push it up on me, ain't nothing personal. And if I wind it up on him, ain't nothing personal. Girl, I understand how you're feeling. But I promise you the wine have no meaning. It's all I got, get somebody. So don't stick up on me too long. I make you girl come meet me in town. When the wine's so good, you must share it. When me back it up if you're hearing. Come on, let me put it on here. When the wine's so good, you must share it. When me back it up if you're hearing. Come on, let me put it on here. You don't have to hold on to your man, let go his hand. Come let we jump, come let we put it on him like You don't have to come inside the fence. Screw up your face, looking so vexed. Let go your stress, come in the zest. When we joining up in the tell your girlfriend don't get vexed. We just taking our wine. Tell your girlfriend don't get vexed. We just taking our wine. Tell your girlfriend don't get vexed.
99.9 WEFM. WhatsApp us or call us at 457-9997. Activated Mornings on WEFM 99.9 is on now.
I feel like this will go back into lead. I feel like this segment will go back into lead.
No, I would like for the topic what we were talking about halfway to be on a conversation, but I'm gonna leave Doc alone. Oh, he's so quiet.
No, I'm waiting for the topic to start. No, normally I talk and I don't know what's on air, what's not on air.
Yeah, we on air now.
We on air now.
We on air now.
All right. You want me to talk?
All right, let's say that. Okay, hi caller, good morning. You're in the Talk to Us segment.
Good morning. Doc, what did you say the NDP said 27 years ago?
What I say, I said what James Mitchell, there was a letter that he wrote to the marijuana farmers that he could not meet with them because of the international obligations and so forth that St. Vincent had in that regard.
And you think the present NDP should stick to that rule from 27 years ago?
No, I am saying that the international obligations haven't changed. But you know what? They have a right to say they are going to break with the other islands of the Caribbean. We formed the Caribbean Cannabis Forum of all the regulators. They could say they're going on their own and they're going regulation, but I think that they will hit a brick wall. You understand? In other words, people will be able to smoke, but they won't be able to trade. They won't be able to do a number of other things. So you might achieve one objective, which might not be bad. You know what I mean? That people, you come down here, you're able to smoke. But in terms of growing an industry, you will not necessarily be able to grow an industry other than other than the local smoking area. And so that same will still be known for that. But then guess what? The ability to travel back and forth and do other things, the searches that will take place of people, their baggages and so, because people will assume that people coming from St. Vincent have come here to do, it's complex. That's been our experience. This is something we examined, we studied and so forth. And I pointed out that I have been to a lot of these conferences. I just came back from an INCB and they reaffirmed this. But guess what? We could say that we're doing the opposite. We could be big and bold and bad and say we're doing it. And that's all right. Trump is doing that. So we could do that too. You know what I mean?
All right, Queens.
How different is the legislation in St. Vincent from those in Trinidad, Antigua, St. Kitts and Jamaica? Is it the same legislation?
Yes. Well, no, it's not the same legislation. Trinidad has drafted their medicinal cannabis legislation like ours, but they haven't passed it yet, right? Antigua's legislation is like ours.
Trinidad one is passed as far as I know.
Yes, Queens, that's considered to be a form of of decriminalization or depenalization, but it isn't legalization of the medicinal cannabis. So they have another law to bring that would put the structure in place and set up an authority and so forth. So we've done that too. We basically have decriminalized. You can have up to 56 grams and so forth and things like that. You know what I mean? We've done all those things as well. But we're creating a medicinal cannabis industry where we haven't gone, which you can have 4 plants in your backyard. It goes against having an industry. It means that somebody will grow their own. Somebody is their own medical personnel. I believe a lot of people, could prescribe for themselves, but they won't be able to prescribe for the guy down the road and say, hey, I have something in my backyard, you could use it. You know what I mean? So doing something for yourself is one thing, but doing something else for your neighbor or another guy in another village and so forth, that's trading. That's a different thing. You're now acting as a farmer acting as the doctor. You know what I mean?
Queens?
Last question. Yeah, I know I've been over my 2. Barbados is about to do their marijuana thing this year with front of the legislation. What do you know about what they contain in the legislation?
No.
Okay, all right,
listen,
thanks, Queens.
Listen,
All right,
Queens.
bye-bye.
I just came back from Barbados where I trained 21 doctors. They've passed their medicinal cannabis bill. But hear what? In Barbados, it's different. They do not allow smoking. Imagine that. We've disagreed with them. They don't have smoking as part of their medicinal thing. They say that's contrary. Now, they were hoping to have people come and get, so they could only have finished products. We have finished products. We're the only island that has finished packaged products. And Dianna, you've seen them and so forth. You know what I mean? But the point is that the doctors in Barbados, you know what they said to me? Dr. Thompson, why are we importing, why is Barbados importing medicinal cannabis from Canada? Why can't we get it from St. Vincent and the Grenadines? And 10, 15 of them saying, we want to get, because we heard St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Now, I only had pictures of it.
They didn't know about history. There was it before.
Yeah. No. But the thing about this is that I put up pictures of some of the finished products and so forth. So we're working on that. And this is all part of what we call interregional trade, legal trade. As opposed to in the dead of the night, somebody try to take a boat and get some over and Coast Guard, and they say, well, allow we pass and so forth and things like that. You know what I mean? It's a complex issue, but we think we're going in the right way. You could either take, so Queens, your information is wrong on Trinidad, and your information is wrong on Barbados. Barbados has passed their legislation already.
All right, so we have someone else on the line. Kojo, morning to you.
Morning. Doc, this one is for you. I think you made a big mistake this morning when you said the slaves, there's no country in this world, or there's no nation in this world has a name by slaves.
No, I never said
Africans.
that. Oh, I never said
you
that.
Said when you were talking about medicinal stuff that you plant in your thing, you said the slaves used to use certain things.
No. Let me say something.
No.
Okay, go ahead. Yeah. Let you finish.
I'm saying is that you shouldn't. A lot of people do it too. They always say slaves and slaves. I don't think it's the right thing to say. It's Africans who were slaves. There's no nation called slavery or slave or whatever it is.
I accept that. I'm gonna use your admonition and so forth. I'm gonna use that.
I've never heard anybody say this though before, Kojo.
No, but
you're the first person I've heard say this.
It sounds actually plausible. You would change my
Africans
my
who were
approach.
enslaved.
Africans who were enslaved. Yes.
Okay, interesting, Kojo.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, that was it.
No, I'm going back to the early one with the children, the young kids and them. I have a couple, but I'll just deal with this too.
Mm-hmm.
I work in the where I call the juvenile center here, and a lot of the young men who are there, one of the one of the biggest story that they always tell you. Or the reason why I'm doing a lot of these things is because I don't think I'm going to live to a certain age like my father or my grandfather. So they're speeding up their activities. And I don't know if that's the same mindset that people have in the Caribbean, but that's the mindset that you find people, young boys here, talk about. How because of some of them they think they'll get shot by the police. You know, they have all other reasons why they're speeding up their activities and want to get things fast. So, I mean, I don't know if it's the same thing, but that's to me, we have to start thinking about what the young men in St. Vincent are thinking before we could actually change what is going on. You know?
I know that I think, was it Tupac? I think when Tupac had said that he wasn't going to live past a certain age, but it's one thing for you to say it, but it's another thing for you to act out the lifestyle that would cause it to actually come to pass. I think that is what is weird for me.
They do live it out here like that. Trust me, they do. They'll tell you straight up, I don't think I'm going to live past 20. I don't think I'm going to live past so-and-so. And by the time they get to 30, they're so ingrained in their activities. Some of them is in jail and they're going to come back out. That it's a cycle that it's hard to break. I don't know how we're going to break it, but it's telling serious.
I'll tell you something. You know, we see it to that small extent, or to a great extent or small extent here in St. Vincent. But boy, if Prime Minister right now is in Honduras, you should see places like Honduras and El Salvador and so forth, where crime is at an alarming. Or you go to Gaza, go to Palestinian or Lebanese and so forth, or any place in the Congo and so forth, where people will say, boy, I don't think I'm going to live. But it's for a different reason. You know what I mean? It is for the fact that their country is in a certain type of crisis.
No, they're in war.
So they're in war. They're in
political unrest, everything,
political
right?
unrest. Yeah. You see this a lot in Brazil and so forth, and it's sad what's happening around the world. You know.
Very good. All right.
And Alicia, stop letting go of your partner Dave with a lot of stuff. Dave is hearing you.
No, I really don't think he was hearing us.
No, Dave was here.
Yes, he was.
I think Dave was grandstanding. He was here.
Dave didn't want to answer that question that asked him.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, it wasn't the question that Doc asked him. It was what Roleza asked him. It's Roleza who asked him.
All right, Dave was trying to call back a while ago, so you see, look, Dave calling. All right, Coach, let me hear what Dave have to say.
All
right, later. All right. If it's one person who does answer to the name, Dave, morning. Dave. Oh Lord.
Dave is a delay.
Yeah, there's a delay. Dave, morning. Dave Roberts.
Yes, hello. I'm hearing you so far away. I want to repeat Dave Roberts. Now, what is the problem with what I am saying? I don't fear no man.
Dave, okay, hold on. Before you go down that line, hold on. What is actually your position on it? Are you in agreement with what the NDP is saying, or are you saying that we should?
I said it before I left. I don't know, but like some people could only hear.
No, it didn't come across that way, though, Dave.
Dave, guess what? We could pull up all.
I said it loud and clear.
We could pull up all kind of recordings of you. You know, Dave still ain't hearing, you know.
Dave in the hot seat.
Dave really in hot seat. In hot seat. Listen.
Remember, you defended someone who was charged for possession of marijuana.
But of course.
Did you?
But of course I did. You're absolutely right about it. So where are you going with this now?
Take you to cabinet to apologize at the time.
No, I apologize.
Anything you bring, anytime you see, I follow what goes on in my country now.
But you know,
so no politician can try to pull any wool over my face.
But Dave, in the past, Dave, in the past,
listen to what.
Okay, all right. So hold on, right? Let's bring some order to this. Dave, you have a minute to finish your thoughts, and then Doc will respond. Okay.
It's time we free up the marijuana. If you want to hear that, that's all.
Thank you very much.
Have a
Now,
good day.
now
All right.
I'm
All right.
I'm
Thank
glad,
you,
Dave,
Dave.
because there will be recordings of Dave over the years who have pillaged and has done so much in terms of his cause. This is a total turnabout on his part. Opportunist. Yeah. Let's now another call.
All right. Hi. Good morning. This is Mr. Mason.
Good morning. Sorry to interrupt.
I know, right? Morning.
Oh my God. Good morning. Good morning. Anyway, I'm not feeling high on marijuana this morning.
You're not?
Yes.
Let me go look for that.
I just had to say good morning.
Beckett.
Now, on Friday, I was very unfortunate. I listened to the first part of the program, and at 20 minutes past 8, my radio cut out on me. So I was unable to give you my weekend greeting. But someone told me as you were signing off, you did. It so happened that, you know, when you're not there, my weekend become long. But I still have to. I still have two good programs that I listen to, which is Issue at Hand and Sunday Classic. So after Sunday Classic, I got 12 hours before I hear your voice.
Not you counting down, Mr. Mason.
Now, last Friday, before my radio got cut off, you all were discussing about short men and men with muscles and so on and so forth. And I really wanted to get it, right? Now, I'm a 6-footer. Mr. Thompson knows me very well.
Yes.
But what Mr. Thompson is saying of me, as saying of me, is my shadow, who what feels glad would have known about him because I was a big, strong, muscly guy. And I used to show off my muscles. Believe me, I love.
So this is for Dianna, right? This conversation is with Dianna because she says she don't like them.
I heard her. So I thought to myself, if I was young, I had no chance at all with her.
No, your charm and your voice would have won her over. Come on, Mr. Mason, don't put yourself down.
No, listen. I never, as I said, I'm a 6-footer, right? I'm 6'2". And I've seen some lovely 6'8" women. But I never like a woman as tall as me. Never. I like to have a woman a bit shorter than me. If I got to kiss her, she keeps so.
Yeah, Mr. Mason.
I didn't hear that last part. What exactly he said?
He likes a woman who's shorter so that when he has to kiss her, she has to tiptoe. Mr. Mason, no, he take it. Yes, Mr. Mason.
Okay, have a good day, girls.
You too, Mr. Mason.
That Friday discussion must have been great. Dianna, you love short muscle man. You short non-muscular men.
Yeah, I said that I'm not one of the women that go crazy for muscles. Like you, yeah. I don't.
Yeah. So she was saying that we were talking about Vibes Cartel, and he was saying that the reason why he bleached was because he had issues with himself. Self-love issues, right? Yeah. So we were talking about the fact that men don't speak about this topic enough. Like men go through the same sort of insecurities, etc., that we have as women, but they don't verbalize it. So we were happy to hear him speaking about that aspect of it. So we were talking about some of the things that like men generally would face, like being short. You know, for some women, we're going to exclude a man because he's short. You know, Dianna's case, she's not fond of muscular men, you know. So it's these different things that we kind of put an X to men that they have to deal with, that for many of them they just can't help, you know. So yeah, that's what it was all about. Yeah, it's an interesting conversation. But yes, Mr. Mason, yes.
No, but Mr. Mason, well, I'm genuinely intrigued. I want to see how he looked when he was younger, because the
Mr. Mason, like he was a hot boy.
This 6'2" sounds heavenly.
You see, and there you go again, Dianna, because now the sharp men out there going to have a thing this morning. Yeah, all right.
I'm just going to read a question here for Dr. Thompson from one of our listeners. Somebody wants to know, Why is the price of CBD tincture 1,500 milligrams so high when it is made here? $145 for a 30 milliliter bottle, they said.
Okay. I would have thought that it was much lower than that, you know? And I've got to look into that, you know?
Okay.
So there's a bit of information I should know about, and I'll have to check up on it and so and see. All right. Thank you. Thanks for the question.
All right. So with that, we are heading out as I don't know, Mr. Mason.
You messed with me head?
Yeah, you did. You know, completely distracted me. Mr. Mason knows the shot.
Oh Lord.
Yes, and us short girls, you know, we like to the taller men, we look up to them.
Oh my God, let's end this conversation.
I will stop.
Please.
No.
I will stop. Yes.
Mr. Mason, you hit the nail on the head. Essentially, you know, the girls like to tiptoe.
I'm ready to read Community Dateline.
Listen, let's head on out before we say anything else. Yeah. All right. With that, we've come to the end of our Talk to Us for this morning.
Nothing else.